Hey, everybody. Just wanted to drop in real quick and say hello. And to say I'm going to do something I haven't done in like 14 years. So every week we talk about how Stu Ham has played on my tracks. And I played with him live at some gigs. So we're going to do a Stu Ham tune that I played at the clinics with him. So hopefully we get through this and it's all good, especially with remembering the arrangement. But yeah, we're going to give this a go. So real quick, we're going to say hi to who's up top here. So hi Eileen, hi Roadies Jam Cave, hello Feisty, yes, Stu Ham, Stuart Ham. Hello, James. Hello, Cold Acre. Hello, Rhodey. Let's see. Val, where'd you go? There you are. Hello, Val. Hello, Mom. I know I saw Mom. Hello, BMG Kate. Thank you for the super chats. I appreciate it. Tone 1313 from Tone Wireless Fund. Thank you. And Shell, I have a new blues tune that I'm going to bring out for the show that I haven't done in probably 14 years as well. So we'll see how it goes. We got my cousin Mike here. Take Two drum covers. Miss Brienne, one of my students. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you for coming by every week, everybody, and especially the folks who have to get up early. Yeah, I appreciate you all. Let's see, Metalhead Hippie was hanging for a bit, so thank you, Jeff, for being by. Pete Pingle over on Facebook. If there's anybody over on Facebook, come over to YouTube. One, it sounds better, and two, there's a lot more people hanging out. Yeah, that's just how it works over there on the old Facebook. It's not as fun as it used to be. Flowers aren't on, said Mom, and I saw that. So we got them going. All right. So yeah, this is a tune by Stuart Ham. He played with Joe Satriani and Steve Vai and Frank Gambale and Vince Giannella. Yeah, and he's great. And this is a song called Lone Star. Lone Star, I see your Schwartz is as big as mine. Anybody? Come on. Anybody except Vanessa. Shooting Star MS, hello, and good evening to you as well. Curator 61, hi, are you new around here? Anybody who's new, please say that you're new when you jump on, because it's very cool to see peeps that are new. Mel Johnson, hello. Oh my goodness. All right, so here it goes. We're doing the tune by Stu Ham. This is called Lone Star. And, yes, Spaceballs. All right, here goes nothing. Let's see how we get the... Yeah, Val got it. Very good. All right, let's see if we can get this happen. Hey, they're doing a sequel. Spaceballs. Spaceballs is going to have a sequel. Hey, Curator 61 is new. Hello, new. Thank you for being here. So what happens for the new people? We hang, we talk, we chat. I play, and I play an array of things. Covers are usually done instrumentally because I don't sing, and I have originals that are all instrumentals, and and here we go. Shell, thank you again for the super chat. And off we go. Here it is.
To play my tunes with these guys for you guys. Thank you so very much. And now, guess what? Guess what's going to happen now?
Guess what's gonna happen now? It's 9:55. Hey, John Anthony. What's going on, man? I was thinking of you yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah. Pretty sure it was yesterday. Hope you're doing great, John. John is an awesome singer. He is taking the lead role in one of my cover bands and original bands, Crystal Vision. Yeah. So, check out John Anthony, people. He's awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rhodey. Yeah, that's a tune by the fabulous and most fantastic Stu Ham. Thank you, Shell. Thank you, Val. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Eileen, for the super chat. We have a few going up there now. We have three. We have three. There we go. We have super chat from Tone 13. We have another one from Shell. And we have a super chat from Eileen, hoping the super chat train started by Tone X and Shell. Yeah. Hopping. Yeah, Vince needs to read. I need to read. All right. Well, thank you all so much. Hello, Sunshine. There we go. All right. So that one was Lone Star by the fabulous and amazing Stu Ham. There's a video on my YouTube channel with he and I playing that song with my drummer, Roy Van Tassel. And it was at a very small music store, but it was pretty kicking. Hey, Jade is hanging. Hello, Jade. What's up? Hello, Hugh. Sends his regards. Gary sends his regards. All right. Well, thanks. Gonna do one for Gary soon. I hope he can come. Because first of all, we have, to remove that comment for a moment, we have the merch. The Monday Night Live merch. Shell, I think, bought something last week, and I believe Metalhead Hippie bought something last week, which is awesome. So thank you for the purchases. And we always do the spoon Tinkle Tinkle Little Spoon for Gary Hubbs. Spoons brought to you by Lori's Mishmash. The fabulous Lori's Mishmash. Rachola. Is that what that, how to say that? Rachel O. Ha. Let's get that. Where did it go? There you are. Hi. Thanks for being here. Again, if you're new, please say how you found me and all of that fun stuff. Here is the Fourth Wall merch page. And if anybody cares to, you could just go to my YouTube channel after the stream and search Vince Janella and Stu Ham. Yeah. And you'll get to hear and see that last performance go down live. And Stu pays me one of my most wonderful and favorite compliments ever. So you'll have to go there and watch it and see if you catch on what he says. You got it, Vince. Awesome. Thank you. All right. So let's do this part of the evening. This part of the evening is for Mom and for Eileen. The 10 o'clock mark, we usually do some mellower stuff for my mom. So let's see here. First, let's see. Oh, first I have to change guitars, actually. Oh, yes. So let's do that. Let's change guitars. And let's move these over, because now everything's out of order. You're out of order, mister. That's right. I'm going to put these over here. All right. Then we're going to put this over here. Yeah. All right. So this one always gets done on the Lou Palo Les Paul. First, we have to change over to the proper sound. And we need to switch guitars on top of that. So let's get that happening. Getting the other axe. And I've added a new one for those who have not been around in a while to the set that Lou and I used to do together. It's called The Karaoke. It's not karaoke or anything like that. It's actually a jazz standard. And we need to tune because the weather has been rough. And that's what happens when you have rough weather on guitars. They go a little haywire. Yeah. So all the new folks, thanks for being here. I appreciate you, as I do appreciate the folks who come every week. Every week. We've been doing this since 2018. And, yeah. It's been a long haul. There we go. Alright, rock and roll. Cool. Don't want to mess up my cable. Alright, so this one is called The Karaoke. And I'm going to do this one and Somewhere Over the Rainbow for Mom and for Eileen and everybody else that's new around here or is not very, what's the word I'm looking for? Whatever. Put in dancing guys or gals in the chat for karaoke. And for Over the Rainbow, you got to put in rainbows. All right? Those are the rules around here on Monday night. You have to put in some emojis. All right? So, want y'all to participate. Yes. Thank you, Sunshine. Don't forget to smash the like button. Please like, subscribe, tell a friend. Yes, you're very welcome, Eileen, and here we go. I'm being bossy for once. All right, so that one's a little new. Still getting used to it. Getting not used to it, but remembering it. I haven't played that since years ago with Lou Pallo and his trio. For the new folks, Lou Pallo was the rhythm guitarist for the Les Paul trio, and he and I were good friends, and I used to play with him every week, sometimes 3 times a week. It was great. Thank you, Hugh. Thank you so much for everyone putting in the dancers. Love it. Mom's getting involved, popping in the dancers. January 9, 1977. Well, there you have it. Guitars and music and notes and staffs. Oh my. Thank you, Eileen. All right, here we go. Another one I used to do every week with Lou Pallo. This is Over the Rainbow. So please type in rainbows in the chat. Miss Brienne is already on it. Please, please, please. It's very cool that everybody gets involved. Yeah. Hello, Mark. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. All right. Again, if anybody's new, please say new in the chat, and maybe how you heard of me, if it was through the YouTube algorithm suggesting you, or a friend told you to come by. That's always appreciated. All right. Let's get that over to there. And here we go. Alrighty, a little Over the Rainbow for Mom and Eileen and the karaoke. Yeah. Alright, so what do we have here? We're going to do some blues for Shell. Hey, Edward showed up. Hello, Edward. Where did he go? There he is. I'll have to ask him what perfume he was using. I missed something, but okay. Scott Bryant. Hey, what's going on? How are you? Are you the same Scott, Fractal Scott? You are. Thanks for being here. I am pretty sure you are. Yes. So everybody, the sound that you're hearing is from that fabulous glowing box in the back there. That is the Fractal Audio Axe Effects 3, along with the Fractal FC12 on the floor here for me to switch and make everything happen with ease. And the tone is just fan-flippantastic. Thank you, Shell. Let's see, who else is hanging out? Well, if I missed you, I am apologizing ahead of time. Yeah. Hey, Tina's here. Hello, Tina. Hello, Tina and family. Hello, hello. Yakimos. Ah, Yakimos. You and your slick names. You're very welcome, Eileen. All right. Let's see here. We are going to do, like I said, a little blues for Shell. And I'm going to switch again because this guitar has 10s. And, actually, I think this guitar has 11s. Lou played 11s. And, whoops, going the wrong way. You're going the wrong way. There we go. We're going to use this guitar over here. So let's grab it. Alright. My fave. My fave. Whoops. Here you are. Okay. Let's see who else. Anybody else join? Can you do an idiot's guide to setting up a fractal from scratch? I can, and I should probably, I've been kicking around starting a second stream, maybe Wednesday nights after I teach, and that's what it was going to be, either a gear talk and how things are run, or a little bit of a mix, but not too much playing, more of like favorite guitarists and stuff like that. So yeah, but I could touch on a brief thing after this. So we're gonna stick with the plan right now. I have no clue how to set it up. I totally want to upgrade to one. Yeah, it's the best thing on the market, and that's all I have to say. Frank Terzo's in the house. What's up, Frank? Frank has a great channel. Go check out Frank. He promotes independent music peeps. So go check him out. Kubrick, hello. Hello, hello. What's going on? Good to see ya. All right. Welcome, 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 everybody. At work, please forgive me if I miss your hellos. No problem, but hopefully you're able to listen, because here's some blues for you. All right, here we go. This one's going out to Shell. Let's get that there, give you guys the good audio. Well, hey, everybody. Thanks for typing in the haze. Purple haze? Maybe I'll do that next. Hey. Thank you. I have prided myself on my audio. Thank you so much. I love when people compliment on the audio. There's a lot of live streamers who do not have good audio. And I wanted to make sure when I started to do this that I had really good audio. Yeah, all right. There we go. So this is the spoon brought to you by Lori's Mishmash. Gave me this for my birthday. Yep, she gave me a dozen of those in different colors. And this is the official Monday Night Live merch. Lyrics by Fat Albert. I've been saying that for years. Not that, but I've been saying hey for years. Oh, that's funny. All right. What's this? I'm not understanding it because everything else has sound but Vince. I have checked 3 times. Well, we are loud and clear, broadcasting to the world. So hopefully you can figure it out. I don't know why. I cannot help you. Vince's Merch Shop. Yes, that is the merch shop at the 4th wall. They have great quality stuff. Look at the quality of the picture. Sorry about the glare. Thank you to everybody who's purchased. I know Eileen has gotten stuff. Lori has bought stuff. So many people. Not yet. There we go. Yeah. Let's see. Spoon tinkles for Gary Hubbs. Yeah, he's not around though. That picture on the mug is awesome. Well, thank you. Yeah, that is with the pink Pia. That was Wendy's guitar. Outlined it with some pink. That's my Monday Night Live thumbnail. I change the thumbnail every week. Yeah. Let's see. I don't have his icon muted on the volume bar YouTube site. Somehow the icon at the top of my browser was muted. Working again now. Super! All right. Well, hello, Ray. Glad you are here. All right. Let's see. Exciting things that happened this week. So I don't know who was here for the bit that I talked about with Tommy James. But Tommy James basically was a big reason why I started playing guitar, because every time I heard the song Moni Moni, I would get excited and jump on a suitcase with my toy guitar when I was 2 years old and jam out like a rock star. And it just happened all the time. Every time Moni Moni came on, that's what I did. And then eventually my parents bought me a real guitar. But I was 2 years old at this point, just banging around, making noise, and having a good time every time that song came on. So Eileen and I ran into him at the diner probably close to a month ago now. And him and his wife were fantastic. They're such nice people. And they were kind enough to hook us up with complimentary tickets and backstage passes to the show. So I am going to play Moni Moni again this week in honor and thanks to Tommy James and his wife, Carol. Yeah. All right. Here we go. So we will do that, and then I'll be back. Yeah. Oh, all right. One question. What's this? I have a question. When you switch from the white, pink, black Pia, do they all play and feel the same exact way? Or would would you say they have their own uniqueness? I'm asking because I'm thinking of... And it ended. Oh. Buying another, but I might have to save and wait a bit. They're all very close. I can tell you this. The pink Pia is, as I like to joke around every time I talk about it, is a Panther Pink pre-pandemic Pia. And the white Pia is a pre-pandemic Pia. The wood on the necks are better on those two guitars. This is not a pre-pandemic Pia. This is after the pandemic, in 21 or 22. I can't remember when I got this. I have to look up when I got this. But it was after the pandemic. So basically, the pre-pandemic ones were built in 2018 and 2019 and released in 2020. And then these were additions. So they don't play this does not play as good as the other two, but I must say, they both, all three play amazing. So I really don't think you would notice the difference. So there you have it. All right, back to the tunes. Here we go, a little Moni Moni.
Turn around, come on, Moni.
All right. Well, thank you all for dancing and putting up the fire in the guitars. Thank you. Thank you. Jump down from the suitcase. Yes. All right. So, let's see. I think Edward had a question. No, I don't think it was a question. I think he had a statement that he didn't know whether his was 2020 or 2021. There it is. Yours would be the 2020 or 2019 because they didn't make that color after that. So there you have it. Yep. And I believe there's a serial number tracker that on Ibanez's site that you could actually figure it out yourself. All right, thank you, Benji. What's up? Yeah. Gotta say goodnight. Rock on, Vince. Well, thanks, Rhodey, for checking it out and hanging out. I appreciate you being here. Awesome. Thank you. Yes, sir. You have a pre-pandemic Pia, so it would be a 2019. Yeah. Because that color, yeah, pretty sure. Actually, I'm more than pretty sure. Actually, pretty positive. All right. BMG, Kate, Delirious, and Raw have never gotten old. All right, so let's see here. Yeah, Eddie Murphy's hilarious. There we go. There it is. All right. You know, I like how the neck is a bit thicker and the stainless steel frets feel amazing. Yeah, stainless steel frets are the deal breaker for me with guitars. I've played Parker Flies. I was endorsed by them for 25 years or something like that until they went out of business. And they are the first guitar that introduced stainless steel frets on a production guitar. And then people followed suit after because, hey, why do you want to get nickel frets on your guitar and kill the frets and have to get it refretted? So, yeah, that's the deal. That's the deal. There's something like that. They don't really tell you how many they made. Yeah. But, yeah. Somewhere around there. There's no official number. Hey, Lori's here. Hello, Lori. What's up? I need snacks. Uh-oh. Benji says there's a storm happening. I'm great, Vince. Big storm blowing through New Zealand and coming from Antarctica to us. Yeah, so you guys have winter now. People don't realize that. It's winter in New Zealand and Australia. It's freaking cold there. And it's blistering hot here. Yeah. So, there you have it. Alright. Let's get this over to here. And I think we're going to do another original. Here we go. All right, Mountain Man. Hey, 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 my friend. What's up? Kubrick is back. He is not lurking no more. Where for the coffee? What did you say? Not coffee. This is not coffee, sir. This is what they call 7 Mushroom Blend, and it's by Z Natural Foods. Yeah. Monday Night Live merch, people. Thank you to all who have bought hats, shirts, mugs. Thank you, Lori, for my spoon. We've got the pink spoon tonight to match the pink guitar, which I think I'm going to play now. Yeah. Hey, Coldacre, what did you say? Coldacre said, "Oh yeah, Vince, nice. Thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you. Check out Coldacre's page. Coldacre has a great page, original music. He's up there. Go check him out." Oh my goodness, yeah. Let's see. Lori's doing cartwheels. Nothing to be sorry about. Right. You want to mix it with a dash of either monk fruit powder, which is a sweetener, or stevia, which is also a sweetener. And I throw in a couple of dashes of coconut milk powder as well. And it tastes delicious. Yeah. All right. What am I going to do? Is Tina still here? Is Tina still hanging out? Maybe I'll do some Prince for Tina if she's still here. Maybe I'll just do Prince anyway. Yeah. Actually, I had a tune prepared for Gary Hubs, and he's not here. No G Hubs. Bummer. Let's see. Is this the one? I don't know. Let me see if this is going to be the G Hubs guitar. Is this the one? I gotta mute you guys and find out if this is the right track. You're getting muted, so don't panic. Yep, that's the right track. Alright. Hubs has important family time. Alright. Well, I may do it for him anyway, and then he can come back and watch it. Because this song is fun. And I found it, and I want to do it. So there. So I'm going to do this. And yeah, man, I'll do some Purple Rain. Sure. Yes, so since I'm going to switch guitars, I'll let you read the whole thing. So it says, this, I swear, that's the main part. I swear this will be the last guitar I will ever buy. But I'm very good at swearing. Yeah, very good at swearing. All right, so we're going to do some, yes, Lori, we're going to do some ZZ Top for Mr. Gary, and then we're going to do some Purple Rain for Edward and Tina. Yeah. First I have to find Purple Rain. Let's try that. No, let's not do that at all. Stop it. Okay. Oh, why do you do that? Blasting my ears out, man. There we go. No, it's not here. So, all right, we are going to do a couple of things. We need to rearrange some stuff. So hang in there, be patient. We are going to take, where did it go? Move this up. Moving it up. Moving it up. All right. So that's about where we were, right there. Okay, now we need to find Purple Rain. We have found Purple Rain. There it is. Now we need to move that up. Elvis has left the building. Let's move that up. Zip, 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 zip. Zip, 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 zip. And then we're going to move that up. All right. I moved it in the wrong spot. Everything's a mess. There we go. Nope, still not right. Oh my God. It's awesome. Sometimes I just can't get it together here. There we go. So I hope everybody's having a great week. I do appreciate everybody who has given me a super chat and who has hung out all the weeks that I've been doing this since 2018. So we had a super chat from Tone 13. 1313 from Tone 13. Wireless fund donation. Thank you. Super chat from Shell. Shell, I know you're watching and you're at work, so when you get home, let me know so I can do your tunes and you can enjoy them. And then we have a super chat from Eileen. Hopping on the super chat train, started by Tonex and Shell. Yes, thank you. We are at 680 comments, and we're about an hour and a half into the stream. So I appreciate everybody who's been hanging. And this is what we're going to do. We are going to do another original. And this one goes out to Eileen. Does the tourists affect how you type? Is that to me? I don't know. All right. Take you there. Well, I'm holding the guitar with one hand, so that's part of it. All right. So we're going to do this one. This one goes out to Eileen. Let's delete that because that's not supposed to be there, and that's why I couldn't find it. Finger Tourette's. Sure. No, I took the strap off, so I was holding the guitar because I'm going to switch guitars. That's right. I probably shouldn't use this for all the songs because it has 9s on it. I'm not liking the 9s these days because my fingers don't like me. Yeah. All right, here we go. So we're going to start off with an original called Take You There. This one goes out to Eileen. You're very welcome. And then we're going to move along with some Purple Rain for Tina and Edward. And then we're going to move along to some usual stuff that I play on this guitar. Yeah, and you'll all know what it is. That's right. So let's do this. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Gotta plug back in. That would help, right? Sometimes it doesn't put what I want. Yeah, well, I had a whole event here on Saturday night, I think it was, and Siri almost called. Now don't you start. 911 because of something I said. It was crazy. Oh my God. Thank you, Les. TSL Costa. What's up, Costa? I'm a highway star, he says. Yeah. All right. Hello, 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 everybody. All right. Look at him go. Look at him go. He got up and went. Nines. Nines are not happy for me anymore. Gotta get my eights. Gotta get my guitar with my eights. I gotta switch this over to eights. This guitar needs eights. Just lovely. Well, thank you. And thank you as well. Yeah, I need eights. Definitely killing my hands. Let's see. Edward V. I've not met an Ibanez I didn't like. Yeah, me either. The 7-string back there, the Universe, that's an original Universe made in Japan from 1997. Yeah. And whatchamacallit, that's an actual Loch Ness from 1989. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you guys all prefer what you want to prefer. It's not even a point of prefer at this point. You know, the way I play and the amount of time I play, I need 8s or 7s. Heavy gauge. In the words of B.B. King, why are you working so hard? When you record, 8s are better. Anything heavier gets in the way for the mix. There's so many guys that use 8s. Jimi Hendrix used 8s with a 10 gauge. 8s on the low end. I'm pretty sure he used 8s on the low end and 9s, I think, on the high side. So he made up his own gauges, and there were no such thing as, you know, light top, heavy bottom, or anything like that back then. So he had to buy like 2 or 3 different sets. It was B.B. King to Billy Gibbons. That's right. Yeah. But yeah, the 8s thing is gotta happen for me at this point. I've got no strings to hold me down, says Barry Barry. Hello, Barry Barry, by the way. I'm not sure if I saw you before, but yeah. Why are you fighting to play that thing? That's it. That's what he told him. That's what he told him. Yeah, blues and stuff that isn't as shreddy is good for 10s. But the Reverend, the man, the ZZ Top man himself uses 7s. So, yeah, that's how it works. I may play some more slow stuff here, just to give my hand a break. Yeah. Waiting on 8s for my telly. Yes, we got to get that restrung. Yeah, I'll get that restrung. That's set up. All right. Let's see. What do I have on the list here? I was going to do that next, but I think my hand needs a slower tune. So we're going to do another slow tune. And this would probably be in the range of whatchamacallit, Prince, actually. Yeah. Let me just locate it. Okay, be that way. See if I care. It's not cooperating. Let's try that. Okay. There we go. Is that it? There it is. Cool. Okay. So we're going to do While Not... Blah, 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 blah. We're going to do While My Guitar Gently Weeps. Holy cow. Alright, let's see. I missed a couple of things. Waiting on 8s. Yep, I saw that. you would probably like the string set Yngwie uses. Yes, he uses 8s. Gotta love Yngwie. Yngwie is the master shredder. Yeah. I use... Where do you get your 8s? I use Ernie Ball, and I use... there you go. Thank you, Eileen. And 8s are on the white Pia. Yes, so I will get on that guitar next. Hey, M. Miller, what's going on? Once you go white, you know your guitar. You know you're right, as the old saying goes. That's hilarious. White Stallion time. Yes, I do love the Black Onyx though. That guitar is unbelievable. So yeah, it's a toss up. Like, they all play amazing. Even though I said that the Black Pia, even though it's not a 2019 pre-pandemic Pia, it does play fantastic. But yes, I'm going to play the white Pia, and we're going to do While My Guitar Gently Weeps. And I think tonight, since Lori is hanging, we're going to do some Journey for Lori. I haven't done Journey in weeks, so we're going to do that. Hey, Shell is hanging. Hello, Shell. Are you back home? Because I'll do your set of tunes next. But right now, we're going to do While My Guitar Gently Weeps, because I need to slow it down a pinch. Yeah. Let's not tangle that on the seat. There we go. Alright. Going with the beautiful White Stallion. Pre-pandemic White Stallion Pia. Love this guitar. Alright, we need a wireless. Gotta get a wireless. So if anybody cares to super chat, I need a wireless. Gotta get that happening. Alright, so let's see. But the white is a beauty. Yes, thank you. Yuppers. Time to tame those horses. Still driving. Okay, Shell, you let us know when you're home. Drive safely. Pay attention to the road. And here we go. Alrighty then. I haven't played that in so many years. I did that for a high school talent show. And I don't even want to say what year. That's right. I'll make you an offer you can't refuse. Oh, yes. That's such a fun one to play. So I actually played that with Lou Pallo a bunch. He was like, do you know any Italian songs? I'm like, I know the theme from The Godfather. He's like, that's not what I meant, but that's a good one. Let's do that. Cousin Mark is in the house. Hello, Cousin Mark. Oh, we have some other folks jumping in. Robbie Stengel. Hello. Robbie's in the house. Watch some of your show with the man, the myth, the legend, the Frank. I watched a little bit of that. Very good stuff. Very good stuff. You and, oh my goodness, Brain Dead. Kubrick. Was it? I can't remember. Was it Kubrick? Yeah, he was on. Anyway. Let's see. You guys were awfully chatty here. Awesome. Thank you for hanging. Oh, I'm feeling so very Italian tonight. This is when his name changes from Vince to Vinny. Yo, my cousin Vinny. That's right. Hey, Vince, does that guitar have a built-in sustainer? No, it does not. This guitar does not have a sustainer, but I do have a few guitars with the Sustainiac, which that thing is amazing, and I think I want to put it on one of the Pias. But I just don't like to mess with the beauty of this pickup layout. So, excuse me. Yeah, it's gonna be a thing. I might have to get another black Pia. This is my idea. I'm going to get a black Pia. I'm going to black out all the hardware. So black pickups, black tremolo, black knobs, black tuners, the whole bit. And then I'm going to put a Sustainiac in the neck. That's what I think I'm going to do. So I have to see if I can get in touch with Ibanez through a couple of friends that are endorsed. And I know they don't do custom work anymore, but I'm going to see if I can beg and plead to get a custom guitar. Cinnamon 2, new sub here. You show up in my feed. Thank you for coming by and chatting. Awesome. Yeah, so a quick summary of the way this show rolls is I do instrumental guitar stuff, usually originals and covers of my favorite tunes that I love to play and or have inspired me over the years. So that last tune was Autumn Drive. That was an original before the Godfather theme, of course. And yeah, so that's how it works. I do some cover stuff that I play to the actual track, but I try to get away with that because YouTube has been a real pain in the you-know-what over these whole copyright things. So yeah, that's it. I want to see if he acknowledges our comment. Well, I have no idea because there's a lot of people commenting. So I'll go back a pinch. Let's see. Are you Shell says 4 miles. All right. I think I found it. Have you ever licked your guitar just to make sure it's not a marshmallow? Doesn't this thing look beautiful? I mean, this guitar is amazing. Let's get close. Look at that. Look at that. That is just a hot guitar. It's beautiful. Let's get closer. Yeah. There we go. Look at those pickups. They're etched. So for the folks who don't know about the Pia, this is an Ibanez Pia. It's a Steve Vai signature, sort of. He doesn't really use these. He uses his gems, and he takes these out occasionally. But I love this guitar way better than the gems. I think this is a huge upgrade for a lot of reasons. It's more, I guess, comfortable than the Gem. The Gem is very, like, Les Paul-y. These are nice and rounded like a Strat. And the fretboard. Look at the inlays on this thing. They're just wonderful. So anyway. Yes, thank you for reminding me. Leany, these are called the Utopia pickups. They're Steve's own special thing. Hey, President-elect, what's up? That's one tasty Pia. Thank you. It is a beautiful guitar. But no, I have not licked my guitars. So pretty. Yes, it is. Thank you so much. I want to sink my teeth into it. You know, you guys are getting me hungry. But yes, it's a beautiful, beautiful guitar. All right. All right, so Robbie's here. Maybe I'll do SWAT for Robbie. Hey, Angelo. Making the M&M jealous. Yeah, the M&M is definitely jealous. Hey, you know what? You're here. I'm going to do 007 for Angelo on the... Where is it? Let me get the guitar first. Here it is. I'm going to do 007 because that's the only song I know where I'm not going to need those extra frets on the M&M for Angelo. So, Angelo, don't go anywhere. I know it's kind of late. Stay awake, stay awake, stay lively. We're going to break out the blue Parker M&M for Angelo. Yeah, this thing's a beast. This has a Sustainiac in it. So maybe we'll mess with that a little bit. Yeah. Here it is, the blue M&M. This one goes out to Angelo. We're going to do some 007 for Angelo. And we're going to do it on this guitar. I even have merch with this guitar on it. See? That's me. It's me and this guitar. What was that? That guitar gets me all hot and bothered. It does. Oh, and I gotta show you this part. Look at the back of that. Look at that neck joint. Is that amazing? There is absolutely zero awkwardness. I wish I could fix that for you. Thanks, man. I do have a tech. I'm just friggin' lazy. He's an hour away. I don't want to fly it to him, so I want to drive it. Anyway, let's get this guitar in tune. Make sure it's in tune. And hopefully Angelo is still lurking. We're going to do some 007 on this beast. There we go. All right, a little 007. Here we go. goes out to Angelo. Trying to think of what else I can do on this axe without getting losing that fret. I have one. Here we go. This guitar. Thing plays amazing, and it's super light, and the color is just outstanding. Yeah, it's called Blueberry. I had the fret glued back on, but I have to keep the action really high because there's issues. I need the whole guitar refretted. This is not a standard guitar, so I really need someone who knows Parker flies. And there's two people in the country that really know the guitars, and one guy's in upstate New York, and I can drive to him, and the other guy's in Chicago. So, yeah, so that's the deal with these guitars. Otherwise, I just don't trust anybody that knows, unless they know how to work on a Parker Fly guitar. Yeah, all right. Let's see. Can I pull out one more song with this guitar? Let's see. What can I do with this guitar? I've never refretted a guitar, but I'll give it a try. Parker, I don't even know her. Yeah. Woohoo. All right. Let me look at my list. See if there's something else I can do. Cinnamon. Gotta go soon, though. Hope you're all good. Well, thank you for being here. And coming by and chatting. We are at 1,312. 1,314 now. Comments. Yeah. And 40 likes, I think. So thank you all who have liked, shared, and super chatted. Yeah, I really appreciate it. And yeah, let's see. Chanel, come out to Chicago. I'm only 5 hours south of there. Nice. Busy chat tonight. Yes. Ventures. Yeah, I can do the Ventures. All right, so this will go out to Shell, and we get to play another song with this guitar. Let me think. Can I do that one? Yeah, that'll work. All right, here we go. Little Ventures for Shell. I'm going to do my best to make this happen. go. Another tune with this guitar. Alright, let's see. What else can I do with this guitar where I'm not going to need the extra frets? Can't I do that? Let's see. Yeah. Alright, we got another one. We got another one that I can do on this guitar. We need to write down what I can do on this guitar so I can do them on this guitar. this guitar is a lot of fun. Let's see. A little spoon action, even though Gary Hubbs is not here. There we go. Ah, yes! And this always goes out to all you folks. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, let's see. Oh, stop. There, wait, hold on. There we go. Hey, cuz, have you seen my posts? No, I have not. The track of mine you slayed on has been picked up by over a dozen major playlists. Wow, awesome. Very cool. Congratulations. Yes. All right. What did I just think of that I wanted to do? Ah, yes. Well, first I want to switch guitars. And second, I want to... Where are you? Let's see. Yes, thank you, Alini, for putting that up. Thank you. All right, so I have a tune that I have not done yet on the show, ever. But I do this with my cover band. But I have to do the melody on guitar. So I have to first of all switch guitars because I do need the frets. And I think someone asked, do most songs require 24 frets? No, Vince requires 24 frets. I don't like the limitation of a 22 or a 21. So if I change my mind and I want to do a melody of something or a riff or a run higher up, I want to be able to do it. I don't want to have to think twice about it. So that's how I roll. I don't like 21 fret guitars or 22 fret guitars because I need the options. That's right. Let's see. What are we going to do here? Who are we going to play? Oh, the choices. All right, we're going back to my beautiful, beautiful white Pia. That's what we're going to hit. And I just saw me walk away live on YouTube, so please remember that there is quite a delay for me to see things, comments, and whatnot. So if I miss it, I'm sorry. I'm not ignoring you. All right? Yeah, not ignoring you. All right, Angelo. I got my M&M fixed for the night. Thanks. You're welcome. Me too. Actually, I do not have my M&M fixed for the night. Now I'm like, damn, I want to play that guitar all the friggin' time. See? Mountain Man knows where it's at. My Carvin has 24 frets. I agree. Yeah, you know, it's like I just want 24 frets because I don't want to not be able to do certain things if I hear something in my head or I want to go for a different octave. I also like the way the guitar sits, so... You know, when you have a bunch of different neck styles, you'll start to realize what really, what's the word? You know, sits well with you. Excuse me. So, I like the PNX because when I first started playing, I played a Kramer Pacer Deluxe. Well, actually, that's a lie. When I first started playing, I played a Cort Les Paul copy, which had the thinnest neck in the world, and it's sitting right back there. The thing plays great. Super thin, super low neck. Action was great. It still plays amazing. And then I got this Kramer Pacer Deluxe that had a wider neck, and really nice. I like the wider neck for the chords. So if I want to do like wider, you know, stretches or big volumes down on the fractal. But I like that reach better than a small neck because I wind up hitting notes I don't want to hit on purpose. So anyway, I like the wider necks. So the Pia, when I got back on the Pia, the wider neck is great. My Parkers, however, are very thin necks. in all directions. Thin this way, thin this way. So getting used to different necks is one thing. Then getting different scale lengths. I just love the 24 frets because it sits in the body of the guitar in a different spot. So when you're standing, things are a little more accessible. A lot more accessible. Yeah. What? I never peed down my neck either. My guitar neck, that's for sure. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, Shell. Hopefully you're back from getting gas. Late fee from Wix. That's hilarious. All right, so here, this one's going out to Gary Hubbs. He couldn't make it tonight, but hopefully he'll watch the replay and he'll see that I did something cool for him. So here we go. Here we go. Let's get that out of there. Let's give you guys the good audio. I got lost already. Well, hey, there we go. And the first time using a slide in like forever. Whoo! Yeah! Little ZZ Top tush going out to the man, Gary Hubs. Yeah. Alright. Let's see. Let's hit, yeah, Robbie. We're gonna do some SWAT for Robbie. I think. Where's the live stream at? There it goes. Okay. SW. What in the world is this thing doing tonight? Let's try that again. That was good. Well, thank you. There she is. Hello, Shell. All right, so where did this go? I can't find it. Bummer. Thanks. That's ZZ Top, man. Of course it's a nice shuffle. It's the man. That would be... Where is it? Nope. Yeah, that's the Reverend. That is the man on guitar. My goodness. Deep Purple. I did Deep Purple earlier. You missed it, my friend. Yeah. I did Highway Star. I don't have any Foghat. I've lost my song. Where are you at? Live stream. There it is. All right. There it is. Found it. Here we go. All right. Happy Monday, everybody. Looks like we have Super Chat from Tone X, Tone 131313 for the Wireless Fund. Super Chat from Shell, Super Chat from Leany, and a Super Chat from Wixom01. The late fee. That's hilarious. I love it. Thank you all for hanging out. I can't believe how quick the time went. 3 hours and 8 minutes. So Shell, I don't know if you heard, I did Walk Don't Run for you earlier. And where is it? I'm going to do... Where are you? We're going to do... Oh, and I did a blues tune for you too there, Shell. It was... Where did it go? It was a newer one. Black Velvet. Yeah. So you had some blues earlier. Hopefully you caught that stuff. And I was going to do your the long version, but I think we're going to do the short version because we're already way past 3 hours. Holy cow. And I'm hungry. No wonder why I'm hungry. All right. And you're all talking about food. Show with the beef stew, and someone's talking about pizza. Pizza, there it is. Pizza. Do you feel like I do? I feel hungry. Do you? All right. So where is the shorter version? Yes, Black Velvet. You have to go back if you didn't hear it. I did it at the top of the show. Yeah. All right. So can't find the darn song. I want to do Miserlou for you. It is so being difficult tonight. Let's try this. Oh, now that time it worked. Before it kept beeping at me. Chicken Alfredo. Stop it. My lasagna weighs 10 pounds. That's awesome. All right. Here we go with some Miserlou for Shell. And then we're going to head on out of here because I'm hungry. Oh, my God. Awesome. I'm glad you like Miserlou. Cool. We're doing that for you. And then we are closing it up shop. All right. Here we go. All right, everybody. Oh, yes. Everybody have a great week. Have a great week. Eileen Leany Perez. Yes, thank you, as always, Leany, for promoting all the love. Oh, that she does. Thank you, Eileen, for helping out. Yeah. So, prime example of Vince Needs 24 Frets. Right at the end there. I wanted to do that tapping thing and get that high C at the end. It's just much nicer, 24 frets. Anyway, thank you all for hanging out. Thank you for the fantastic compliments and comments and super chats and likes and shares. And thank you to the new folks who have dropped in, and hopefully you'll stick around and come back for more antics on Monday nights to get your week going. We are at 1,730 comments, and I appreciate you all. So everybody have a great week, and I will catch you next time. Yeah, be well, be kind, be patient, be tolerant, because you never know what someone's going through. That's what Wendy would always say. So we'll catch you all next week. Remember, be good to each other. It's easy. It's easy to be nice. It is. Teach me the fretboard. Send me an email on my website. I'm getting to, and if you have sent me an email, send me another one. But it's okay. I'm getting to everybody for September. Yeah. So hopefully we can get something going on with September. All right, people. Have a great week. Thank you all again. And I enjoy your company. Thanks again. Be well.